Deductive Logico here to show you how to play this thrilling game of mystery and murder. Get ready to use your deductive skills to find the killer before your competitors. In the box, you'll find a game board, 100 note sheets, 4 evidence folders, 16 evidence cards, 16 Murdle cards, 48 tokens, 12 discovery cards, 3 accusation tokens, and 4 privacy screens. There are 4 suspects, and each can be found in one location, carrying one weapon. Each folder also contains the suspect's verdicts, but only one of them is guilty of the crime. To help you keep track of clues, use the logic grid on your note sheet. Each of the 3 sections of the grid helps you identify which clues are paired together and eliminate pairs that can't be true. The top left section tracks which suspect have each weapon. The top right section tracks which location each weapon is in. And the bottom left section tracks which suspect is at each location. That way, each suspect is paired with one weapon and one location. When you find 2 pieces of evidence that go together, add a check mark where they intersect on your note sheet. If you find out 2 pieces of evidence do not go together, you can mark an X where they intersect. Using deductive reasoning, fill out the grid for locations and weapons you know other suspects cannot be connected to. Before gameplay, the suspect weapon and location cards should be set around the outside of the game board next to their corresponding icons like so. Sort all tokens, place them near the game board, then shuffle the discovery cards and place them face down to the side. Each player takes a privacy screen and note sheet. It's recommended to use a pencil with an eraser, in case mistakes are made. Next, sort the tabbed evidence cards by their type: verdict, suspect, weapon, and location. Shuffle each stack face down. Prepare each evidence folder by inserting one of each evidence card. Make sure the clue is facing the side of the folder marked secret, so that they are not accidentally revealed to the group when they are removed. Each player chooses one of the evidence folders and 2 of the blue, green, or red cards to peek at. No one is allowed to peek at the black verdict cards at this point. Each player should pull their 2 cards out with the secret side facing them. They then mark their findings on their personal note sheet. Then replace the cards and return the folders to the game board. With this information, you now know the suspect's location and can deduce that other suspects cannot be at that location. This suspect can only be in one place, so the other 3 locations can be crossed out too. Once all players have taken note of their evidence folders, gameplay can begin. On each player's turn, there are 2 ways to learn new information. Sharing an X from your note sheet lets you draw a discovery card, or sharing a check mark allows a player to peek at their choice of evidence. When you share an X, place an X token on an empty space on the game board that corresponds to your note sheet. You cannot share false information. As you place the token, announce it out loud so the players can accurately mark their corresponding note sheets and make any private deductions they can. The player sharing an X can now draw a discovery card from the pile. Each of these cards has 2 icons on it, showing what evidence you can discover next. A wild card means you can peek at any evidence card you choose in one evidence folder, including a verdict card. 2 icons mean you can peek at an evidence card of each type shown, but they must be in different folders. For example, here you must peek at a suspect in one folder and a weapon in a different folder. When you share a check mark, place it in an empty space on the game board that corresponds to a check mark on your note sheet and announce it out loud to all players, then fill the corresponding row and column with X tokens. Now that player can peek at any 2 pieces of evidence, including a black verdict card. The 2 cards must be from different folders, as well as 2 different colors. Play continues with each player sharing and gathering evidence until someone is ready to make an accusation, which takes the place of that player's turn. When you are ready to make your accusation, take the 3 accusation tokens and place them on the grid for the suspect, weapon, and location you are accusing. You must announce your accusation out loud. For example, Folder 3 will prove it was Vice President Mauve at New Aegis with the briefcase nuke. If your accusation is incorrect, do not announce which part you got wrong, and simply replace the evidence folder to the game board. You are now out of the game and unable to communicate with other players. If the evidence folder contains the suspect weapon and location cards you accused, you win the game. Who will be the first to crack the case of the cover-up? Put your logic to the test just like me. Deductive Logico. Murdle, a board game by Goliath.